A warm welcome, and we're glad to have you on board for this exciting group stage match. I'm John Champion, Jim Beglin's alongside me. And we're now underway. Now seeking to get that ball in. He's looking to play it into the channel. Cuts it out. Wants to get this forward. Here's Juan Mata. That's a trip. Ball in. He's having a pop. Looking to thread it through. Now Fernando Torres. It's opened up nicely for him.
Well, he didn't have much on there. I thought he had to go it alone.
Claudemir. And Ashley Cole. Fernando Torres. Ashley Cole plays this forward. 15 minutes played. Here's Raul Morales. Ivanovic. Looking to carve open the defence. No, that's not going to make it. That was offside there, and the opposition defenders look pretty relieved. Sturridge. The ball's with Raul Morales. Tried to play it through. Whistle goes. Referee just gives the throw. Can he now find a finish? It's an opportunity. Oh, off the post. So unlucky. This is very much within his range. Ideal distance out. No, that's over the bar.
Not a great free kick, and from such a good position too.
Here's Ashley Cole. Stopped him illegally there. Here's a ball in. Maybe now. And he makes absolutely no mistake. It's 1-0. He's a predator, all right.
All credit to the attacker there, but you have to ask questions of that defence. What were they doing?
So we start again at 1-0.
Oh, they've done well to take the lead there, but they can't let their opponents back in. Have to stay focused.
He can take the shot on here. Midway through this first half, play has settled into a nice pattern. He plays it through. Just straight offside then, free kick to the opposition. Now Gary Cahill. Here's Raul Morales. Lampard. Hazard. Got it. A really impressive run through. Now the chance! Picked off the ball. And Lampard. Cloudemire. Some slick passing on display. What can they make of it? Ashley Cole. Here's Fernando Torres. No, it was cut out. He's got in. It's on for him. Raul Morales on the ball. Shoots. Good footwork, creating the counter-attack. Where's he going to go? And they have a throw-in deep in the opposition's half. It's going right across the goal. Raul Morales. He's onside. Juan Mata. Could be a chance now. Maybe this time. That was a really powerful shot and an admirable save from the keeper. It's a ball in. There's the end to the first 45.
Well, yes, we've only got the one goal, but it's the managers who can now make the real difference in this second half.
Just the one goal separates them then. It's 1-0. So their mission's simple, get back in the game, and sooner rather than later. Fernando Torres. He gets his shot away. He's unlucky not to score there.
Oh, listen, to come that close is a really, really good attempt, and judging by the crowd's reaction, they thought he'd done enough too. Well, you can sense they're really going for it now. This is gung-ho, and only a goal will do for them.
He's latched onto it. Chance. Goal. Now have the equaliser they were looking for.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
And no one could deal with the pass, and a great finish to follow too.
Well, it posed such an awkward question. Track the ball or track the run? In the end, they managed neither.
So we resume with the scores back level.
Oh, look, I love watching games like this when both teams are given everything they've got to try and win it. This is all the makings of a cracker.
Now he crosses into the centre. Hazard. It's swung into the middle, and he's there to clear it. Slides it through. Bit of space on the flank. Sloppy pass, intercepted. The ball's with Fernando Torres. Raul Morales. Free kick given by the referee. Tempers are flaring up here, and the referee needs to step in quickly.
Well, it's a bit far out, but you never know. He might just make something of this.
Free kick! That had a real sting to it.
Well, technically, that was a beautifully struck shot from so far out. I just thought he was a little unlucky then.
Lampard, who set up one goal so far. Fernando Torres has got it. They have another go. Tries to slide it past the defence. The linesman's kept his flag down. It's on for him. Possibility here. In it goes again. That stopped the danger.
Oh, that was such a good chance.
He crosses it in. Here's Lampard. Lampard pushed away. Oh, he wasn't taking any chances there. Good strike, but straight at the keeper.
Well, he's usually pretty good from any distance, but it just didn't happen for him there.
No, it's been picked off, and it's directed clear. Here's Sturridge, wants to get this forward. This could be interesting. Clear. Ramirez. Now he's ready for a shot. They're breaking out quickly here. We're almost in the final quarter of an hour. He's going it alone. Just dived in there. Free kick given. The referee shows him the yellow card. Didn't go for the ball, just took the player out. Might consider himself a tad lucky not to see red. A ball in. Vital touch by the keeper. Finds him well. Cleared away. Across. Oh, that's way too far.
Well, you just wonder whether that may have been their last chance to win it. The effort was good, but not quite good enough.
Now Ramirez. Now through to Fernando Torres. A chance. and he'll shoot, and he couldn't put it away.
Oh, he could really have put his team in the driving seat by scoring there.
It's come through to him nicely. There's a possibility here for a shot.
But just how wasteful was that?
And he launches it forward. Here's Sturridge. It's on for him. He's onside here. Sturridge's cross, and that ball picked up by the keeper. Plays a long ball forward. Tries the volley! Well, everything was right there except the finish. The ball played out to the wing. They'll regard that as a decent result, only a corner. He knocks it in. Ramirez. He shoots there. Cleared away from immediate danger. Oh, no room for any argument there. Into touch it goes. Raul Meireles. There's the final whistle, signalling the end of 90 minutes. So a draw it is. Neither team could find that decisive goal.
Well, neither side managed to go on and win it, but both certainly gave it a really good try and won't be too disappointed with the result.
So, thank you very much. Just 2 matches left then, crucial times for some. I'm John Champion and Jim Beglin's alongside me for the match commentary. So let's get down to business. Abdi looking to thread it through. No, beaten to it. Ivanovic. It's a good spell of passing. Took him out completely. Gave away a free kick. The referee shows him the yellow card. Didn't go for the ball, just took the player out. Might consider himself a tad lucky not to see red. This is very much within his range. Ideal distance out.
From the first free kick in any game, you want to set the right tone for what follows, and I just wonder if they've got something up their sleeve here.
Could be a chance now. And out it goes for a corner. A moment of temporary relief. Ball in, and a strong header. A decent try, but not good enough.
That was such a good effort, despite the attention of his marker. I thought he did really well there. Okay, they've missed a couple of chances so far, but you can take nothing away from their spirit and desire. They look as though they want it more.
Domici, Cuadrado. And he was obstructed there. Referee gives the free kick. He sends it in. The ball goes out of play in a good position. Raul Moreles. Benatia. This is very pleasing on the eye. Pasquale. Cuadrado. And Di Natale. Roberto Pereira. Chance! And it could bring a chance here. Possession maintained. Cuts it out. Plays this forward. Benatia makes the interception. Now a chance to do some damage from out wide. Juan Mata. And now the counter-attack. He's looking to play it into the channel. And he's there to make the block. They're off on the counter. Benatia. No, that won't be finding its target.
Well, listen, when it's congested through the centre of the pitch like that, they'll threaten more from the wider positions.
Tried to play it through. Wants to get this forward.
They really need to start looking for some space. The chances aren't going to come if they keep playing like this.
He's got in. Here's Fernando Torres. Juan Mata. Hazard. Lampard. Hits it. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Cuadrado. He plays it through. Oh, that's a lovely header. Oh, he'll be kicking himself for that.
Well, the defender was stuck to him like glue, but he got his effort away. Wasn't quite enough, though.
Now Now Ramirez. Fernando Torres. Pasquale. A shooting chance. Shoots here. He's gone for it. Oh my goodness. 1-0. The keeper just didn't deal with it, and his team has paid the price.
Oh, nobody will have to tell the keeper he's messed up there. I can only assume he took his eye off the ball.
Udinese have the all-important opener.
For me, that just shows their determination to qualify here. There's been a real conviction about them. I've liked that.
The ball is with Lampard. Cuadrado. Abdi. Roberto Pereira. Ramirez cuts it out. It's on for him. Good footwork, creating the counter-attack. Only one goal in it here then, with the half-time break only 5 minutes away. Fernando Torres. Ramirez. He's free. Onside. And the cross met firmly. And the cross is put into a safe position by the quick thinking of the defender. Corner though. Can he now find a finish? Oh, that caught everyone by surprise.
Well, he pulled off a lovely little shimmy to beat his man. That was great, and he should have used the space to better effect.
Hits a ball in. Shoots here. It's cleared away. It swung into the middle. The whistle goes to signify half-time.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
It's 1-0, and we hope for more of the same in the second half. So they're still chasing the game, no change there. Hazard. Here is Lampard. Domitzi got it. Intercepted. He's got in. Roberto Pereira. There's a possibility here for a shot. Good strike, but straight at the keeper.
Well, it turned out to be a decent save, although I'm not sure how much the keeper knew about it, even if he was well positioned.
No, it's been picked off. Abdi. They're breaking out quickly here. Sloppy pass, intercepted. Here's Lampard. Bertrand. Some slick passing on display. What can they make of it? Good defending. Ivanovic. Oriol Romeu. A fine display of slick passing. Clear. Hazard. He decides to shoot. Oh, so close.
Well, when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
You'd really expect a player of his quality to score there.
Well, he's been finding the back of the net pretty regularly these days. Everything's instinctive and positive. He can't get enough of the ball.
A ball in. The ball's out. Goal kick. Here's Terry. The ball is with Lampard. Slides it through. He's latched onto it. Tries to slide it past the defence. Now the chance! And he makes it! It's a 2-goal lead now. An audacious lob.
And when you've got skill like that, goals will always follow. I thought the lob was brilliant. It gave the defence and the keeper no chance.
So it's now 2 without reply.
Well, at 1-0 this game was very much in the balance, but at 2-0 they ought to be able to defend this lead from here.
Roberto Pereira looking to carve open the defence. Free kick given by the referee. The goalkeeper's got a hold of it. It's on for him. Lampard on the ball. Bertrand. Sturridge. Approaching the last 15 minutes of the game. Abdi. And he crosses to the centre. It's an own goal.
Oh, they'll really be kicking themselves after conceding a goal like that.
Accidental or not, they've scored a goal. Hazard. Fernando Torres. Abdi. Pasquale. Pasquale. Lampard. No, it's been cut out. Cuadrado. Domizi. Roberto Pereira. Cuadrado. It's a throw-in. Cuadrado. Shooting chance! Hazard. Fernando Torres. Here's Di Natale. Plays this forward. The clock counting down. And there'll be a yellow card for the foul too. The referee had a good view of it. He knocks it in. The pass cut out. Whistle goes. Referee just gives the throw. And that's been intercepted. Wants to get this forward. No, it was cut out. Di Natale. Badu. Roberto Pereira. Referee in a good position to give the free kick. This is a great chance to increase the lead. He's gone for it! And that is quite wonderful. It's an absolute gem. They're well clear now. It's just a question of how many more. He's pulled out a classic, hasn't he?
Well, he was just trying to guide that into an area in the hope that it may go all the way, and he's pulled it off. Wonderful.
There is the referee's whistle for full time. Maybe they felt they should have gone through.
Well, they were totally dominated throughout that game, and the scoreline reflects that. It was a really poor result for them.
And all that remains is for me to thank my co-commentator Jim Beglin as our live. Welcome to the 6th group stage match of the UEFA Champions League. John Champion and Jim Beglin on commentary duty today. Off we go then. A fine display of slick passing. He can take the shot on here. An early shot across the bows. A ball in, and he's done well to get his head on that. And the keeper's there to claim it.
That was such a good effort, despite the attention of his marker. I thought he did really well there.
Oh, it's been cut out. And Fernando Torres. The ball is with Lampard. That's clearly not what was intended. They're breaking out quickly here. Ramirez. Ashley Cole. Lampard. Lampard! The keeper, always the favourite there.
Yeah, but the fans still love this guy. I mean, he'll keep having a go from any distance, never stops trying. Just didn't happen for him that time.
Hits a ball in. Cleared away to safety. Plays this forward. Hazard. Intercepted.
Well, if they're going to trouble this opposition, then every single player has to contribute more. Their passing needs a serious lift.
Raul Morales. Hazard. Pass intercepted. It's come through to him. Possibility here. He so nearly exploited that mistake.
Yeah, they can count themselves very lucky that that didn't end up in the back of the net. What were they doing giving the ball away like that?
And Ashley Cole. Lampard. The ball's with Ramirez. Ivanovic. He plays it through. No, it's been cut out.
Well, they're just not realising their potential. They have to find an end product.
Good footwork, creating the counter-attack. Here is Lampard. And he's there to make the block. Wants to get this forward. Terry. Here's Lampard. The ball played out to the wing. And he hits it in towards the middle. It's not cleared very far. Hazard. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the first half. This is very pleasing on the eye. Hazard. Here's Ashley Cole. No, it's been picked off. Oh, he's lost it. The ball is with Lampard. Juan Mata. Some slick passing on display. What can they make of it? Plays it over to the other side. Where's he going to go? Picked off the ball.
Well, that was simply an example of poor vision and awareness. The obvious route to take there was out wide, and he failed to spot it.
Now the chance! Keeper claims it. And Raul Morales. Ramirez. Lampard. Hazard. The ball's with Raul Morales, and that's come to nothing. It's on for him. There's space on the wing. It's going right across the goal. There's the end to the first 45.
Well, this has been such a poor effort from both sides. The keepers have been more or less redundant.
It's 0-0, so nothing to separate them. So the second half kicks off. Opportunity for a goal. Goal! We finally have the goal that this game needed. That goal oozed quality.
Yeah, and I don't mind admitting that this is my kind of football. Good passing and movement with the right tempo and purpose. It's really enjoyable.
So we start again at 1-0.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worked a treat.
Looking to carve open the defence. Shoots. They've scored. They really are turning the screw now. That was expertly dispatched.
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
So it's now 2 without reply.
Well, that goal makes such a difference to the whole dynamic of this game. That second goal puts him in control now.
The ball crossed the line. No, beaten to it. It's opened up nicely for him. Lampard on the ball.
Well, listen, when it's congested through the centre of the pitch like that, they'll threaten more from the wider positions.
Hazard. Tries to slide it past the defence.
Well, the passing is not quite the problem. They just need better movement if they're going to drag this defence out of position.
Fernando Torres. Here's Ramirez. Loses out in a position of some promise. Picked off there. Chance for a counter then. Played just beyond the hour here. Just caught him. He knocks it in. Ball stolen. Slides it through. Up for that one. He couldn't quite turn it in.
Well, they're really going for it now with so many men forward. The supply's good enough, but the finishing, not quite.
He's got in. Morales makes the interception. The forward push gains momentum. And it's directed clear. Got it. Plays this forward. The ball's with Ramirez. Tries his luck. Oh, a fantastic save. Another one. They lead by 3, and that may just about be that. I'm afraid that one's down to the goalkeeper.
That's when it becomes the loneliest place in the world for a goalkeeper, when you mess up for your team and there's nowhere to hide.
We resume again. The score is 3-0. Got it. It's come through to him nicely. Picked it off. Mata on the ball. Clear. Lampard. Keeper's got a strong hand on the ball. And out it goes for a corner. A moment of temporary relief. He sends it in. We've reached the last 15 minutes of the game. It's on for him. Sapari. Wants to get this forward. He's looking to play it into the channel. Fernando Torres puts it backwards. And Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole! Oh, that should have been their fourth!
What an effort that was. He's done very well from that distance.
Tried to play it through. Here's Ramirez. Could be a chance now. It's opened up for him, and he has scored! This game has already ceased to be a contest. Excellent work to intercept the pass, and then the finish too.
Oh, he's cut out the pass in a crucial area, but he still had a lot to do, and that's a clever finish.
They have this game in their hands now. 85 minutes played. He's got in. Oh, flag up. Just offside then. He'd straight off the last man. The referee's assistant pretty alert. Kick awarded. Here's a ball in. It's a poor clearance. And he'll shoot! And it's a corner kick. Ball in. Leaps for the header. They're off on the counter. There is the referee's whistle for full time. We've witnessed a truly breathtaking masterclass by the forwards, tormenting the opposition defence as they displayed their full array of attacking talent.